Poetry is a moment of intimacy, a quiet moment in a chaotic world. It's a way of connecting with language, with words that we don't really attend to as words. And it offers a connection to another human being by giving their angle of vision on the world.
It's surprisingly popular, even in this country. I've spent a lot of time editing poetry journals and interacting with students here, and I'm reliably informed that poetry is actually more popular than rugby, and there are more participants, and people are more passionate about it. So it's kind of an underground swell, but it's definitely here in our culture, and I feel like I'm taking part in conversation when I write poetry.
Sometimes I write poetry about the really lovely little tender things that happen, and they're marvelous moments that you think that you'll never remember unless you just get them down immediately. And this is one of them. Hydrotherapy. At the end of Swim Fit, the yellow and grey woman who always marches alone in the shallow corner beside the ladder halts the queue of people by grasping onto my shoulders, studying my face, saying in her own language something important, then sorry, sorry, to those waiting coldly behind us. Once we are out, standing together, she kisses my wet hand, whispers to its shrunken fingers, "Sister, sister, very like," hugs me twice, then holds me at arm's length, as if we were dancing, and I should know that next is the part where I fold back in under her wing, returned at last.
Tranquil. I'll probably cut this line, maybe this one too, and the next, the one that describes the blanket. It's no good, you keep it. The line, I mean, though you can have the old blanket too, whose rough wool scratched us all winter on that couch you've taken with the music and the terrier, leaving only a few unmatched dishes and a memory I no longer want. The day the snow surprised the city, you at one end of the park, me at the other, dog by your side, the spot we were to meet in the middle, an objective correlative of all compromises with which we would surely collude. The whole silly city out shoveling the white world, masquerading as some sort of moment. Take it all. Crate it up with the photos, pop it all in the boot, along with all that we once felt for one another. Take everything but this poem you'll never see me cut, line by line, fold, spindle, mutilate. It's going. You're in charge, my queen, my subject, no longer. Once I've cut these last few about the books we'd planned to read, the dog I'll tell you now I hated, the day I can't stop thinking about, which ended with a blanket, an old couch, and started with the snow laid out between us like this cold, blank page.
Ice Road Trucker. The engine cut out halfway down the off-ramp, just as the lights turned green. "Ease up on the shoulder. Now put on your hazard lights," said Bronwyn. We went for help. She left me at the service station. When I got back to the car, a cop was there. A bus had clipped a ute just down the street. "I needed that like a hole in the head," he said. The towee was a wiry older guy who hoisted up the car quite effortlessly. As we bounced around the cockpit of his truck, I thought, now I know how it feels to drive a big rig across the ice fields. My alter ego, CB in hand, can of Jim Beam between the legs, horizon pewter grey.